Today is June, no, not at all. Today is Tuesday, May 14, sorry. I'm your host, Elke Martin. We just talked about June, so I got all confused. But it's early yet. I hope you're having a good morning. And for the next half hour, we will be visiting with the medical center and later the philanthropy people. But from the medical center, we have Crystal Estep here. You are the practice manager, right?
Correct.
Or practice administrator?
Either one. I'll take either one.
Okay, good. And Dr. Dar, medical director.
Yes.
Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. What do you have for us and new things that you want to talk about today, Dr. Dar?
Medical center always have good things.
Oh, good.
You know,
we like good things.
Yeah, people come here crying and leave happy, smiling.
So this is your advertising start?
No, this is reality. We are there to take away all your pains.
Okay.
And try to help you to have a nice, healthy life.
Yes.
And this is what we are achieving. And we are proud of it. We have a great team here. Physicians, 4 physicians, 2 nurse practitioners. And we have a very good staff. Unfortunately, last few months we had, not unfortunately, actually it was fortunate, some of our staff members end up having babies, and so we were short
that's
of
not
that.
Unfortunate.
We were short of staff,
Yeah.
but I think we are back.
Okay.
We are back to almost, isn't it?
We're getting to full staff.
We are getting full staff. So
almost full capacity.
Yeah, so we are sorry for if you had any inconvenience during the last few months, but probably now we will be in a better situation to serve you better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and we are, I think, serving almost 90% of population of the independent living here.
Really?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
That's
Yeah.
But this is not enough. We want 100%.
Okay, what you going to do to get from 90 to 100?
There are 2 ways to solve this. One way is that we are more than willing to be as your primary care physician of all of the 100%.
Yeah.
But we do not want to take away your autonomy. So we have another options. Either you can choose us or you can keep your outside physician. They are all equally qualified and well respected and very connected to us. But what happens technically when you have a physician who is outside Erickson, we have difficulty seeing you in case of emergencies. And we don't want you to suffer at all. We want you to solve your emergencies and non-emergencies, both type of cases.
Yeah.
So one way to avoid this, there is a program called CarePath. In
CarePath?
CarePath. In CarePath, you can keep your outside physician as your primary care physician, but you register yourself to the medical center.
Yes.
And the only requirement is fill out some paperwork and see us once a year.
Yeah.
After that, what are the benefits? The benefits are you keep your primary care physician and you add extra highly qualified physicians like us here who are available all the time. You don't have to go anywhere outside in case you have any emergency.
Yeah, I did not know that is called CarePath, but in fact that's what I did when I moved in just over a year ago, and I wasn't quite ready to give up my doctor whom I'd known for all these years.
Yes.
And she knows me and but then I was told it would be advantageous to come and see you, and I did that once, and I had a checkup, and you're right, it feels good and safe and better. And then a friend of mine whose father lives here called a few months ago and said, gosh, Green Spring is really worth every penny. My father suddenly had a heart attack in the middle of the night, and the medical center, they had his record and they knew everything. By the time he got to the hospital, all his paperwork was there with him, and that was very impressive and comforting to the family too. So that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, it gives a comfortable feeling to the residents here that they don't have to change their physician immediately.
Yeah.
they keep their physician and then start interacting with us in an emergency situation, and later on they learn that it's far easier. They don't have to go out, they don't need somebody or family member to come and take them, drive them to the medical center. Everything is available here. So ultimately they come on their own and ask us that we want to be register here because this is a better place. But this
or
care
like
path,
in my case, I changed insurance, and once I learned about Ericsson Advantage, I could see that the way I am right now, healthy, knock on wood, and where I am in life, it is really advantageous for me to be with Ericsson Advantage. And then you slide into having the medical center as the primary care physicians.
Absolutely. And Crystal can give you more technicalities about care path than me.
You actually had a really good example of one of the reasons that we're pushing for hopefully everybody to be on care path is security actually uses our system for when somebody goes out to the hospital. They have a record of your medications, your medical history, who to call in case of an emergency. So if you're not on care path, where are they going to get those records? What if you're unconscious when they come to your apartment and they can't ask you questions?
And it's in the middle of the night and the offices are closed.
Exactly. And it's one visit. It's one visit. Your insurance covers it. They don't touch you. They don't draw lab work. They just talk to you, unless you ask another question of, okay, would like to know, I'm feeling really sleepy. You ask those questions, that's great. But the whole point of it is to get you into our system so we know your history, so that if anything happens to you, we have that on record. You can't always exactly. And then if you have the flu or you fall and you get a cut, you can come see us. You don't have to drive yourself out to the outside as well. There's so many advantages to being care path. I can't push it enough of the advantages for being care path that there is.
I think you have a really good point, and of course it's an issue that people don't necessarily want to think about even. If I have an emergency, not me. But things happen, and life happens. Like last night, we had, this is a little diversion, we had our dress rehearsal last night for the play this week. If you don't have your tickets yet, you better get them. It was really a fun evening. However, coming back to you, why I'm saying it, at the end of the play, people come out of the theater, and one of our ushers who had worked with us really hard that evening tripped and fell. And that was at 10 o'clock at night, so hopefully she was on care path or one of your patients already.
Yep. And another good thing with care path is in the medical center, whoever pulls their cord or hits their pendant overnight, that security goes and sees, we get a report in the morning. Before we even come in, it is in our mailbox. And we do what we call a huddle in the morning, and it's the on-call physician from the evening before, security, myself, social workers, and AED. We go over who fell, what happened, who we need to call to see if they can come in and we can check up on them, who went to the hospital so we can make sure we do ER follow-ups. Well, if you're not on care path, and yesterday, if I were to come this morning and check on that individual's name and they weren't part of the medical center, I would still call them and let them know these are reasons why you should be on care path. But if they're on care path, I'd say, why don't you come on down and let us check you out? Make sure everything's okay. That way we know everything's okay. They don't have to wait to go to their outside provider. And then if they continue to have aches and pains or something comes up later, they can still come down and see us.
So it's peace of mind.
It is. Definitely peace of mind. And we will have a lot more education coming forward for care path. We have some things in the pipeline that's really exciting that will help everybody. Exactly. And I ain't telling. that I think is really exciting and is going to help out a lot with the medical center, not just information, but to promote the care path as well.
Yeah, good. So watch out for that. When you hear more about care path, listen up and sign up. You had something else you wanted to talk about. You had told me before. We have about 2 minutes left, so you may want to start on that.
One of the really important things that I want to bring up that's really important for the medical center is medications. If you are running out of medications, please call a week in advance. We have a lot of individuals that walk in with an empty bottle, and it could be blood pressure meds, any kind of medication that they absolutely have to take.
Yeah.
And they could have mail order or a pharmacy on the outside. It takes 24 to 48 hours to get those filled. The physicians have that, but also the mail order doesn't come for about 4 days, no matter whether we send it in that day or not. And just for the safety of themselves, make sure that you call. I've got 4 or 5 pills left. Can I get a refill of this?
Okay.
It's just really concerning because I don't want anybody going out without medication. So if you see
Yes.
that you're running out,
Yeah.
call us.
Yeah.
Call us.
So
Let us get
if you
that
see
filled.
that you're running low, should be,
Exactly.
right? 4 or
Yeah.
5 pills, when you're low on that,
Exactly.
make sure you start stacking up again. Don't
Yes.
wait till the end.
I will add one more thing. I always do that. Whenever you come to see your doctor, please bring all your bottles with you.
Okay.
We want to reconcile the medications correctly, and we want to make it sure that whatever you are taking are correct and we are on the same page, because they are seeing a lot of other doctors and sometimes we don't get information about the medication change all
Right.
the time. So this is our responsibility to keep,
Yeah.
you know, as a gatekeeper here.
Yeah. And that's easy to do if you have a
Yes.
doctor's appointment to, take your pills, put them in your purse and show them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should mention that the health fair is this week, right?
Yes, it's Thursday afternoon in Hunter's Crossing. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The big events are always in
Yes,
Hunter's Crossing.
yes.
Lower
So-
level.
So we will be there this year. We have a lot of information and
Uh-huh.
handouts that I started gathering about 2 months ago. You should see my office, box by box. Come down,
Good.
talk to some of the physicians, get some pamphlets, some free goodies. Everybody likes free goodies, and I know there's going to be lots of people there.
Okay.
So come on
This
down
Thursday,
and see us.
Hunter's Crossing Lower Level Health Fair. Make sure you stop by and check out our medical center.
That's
Thanks
right.
so much for being with us
Thanks for
today.
having us.
For having us.
And have a wonderful day.
You
Thank
too.
you.